Insider info.
This is the most tiring 3 months of my life. I can
Is
tell you
it?
that. I tell you, you can be a gold Olympian like Joseph Schooling and everything. People will still hate on you. You can never satisfy Singaporeans. You just gotta work for it.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Hot Pot, where we hop into different transitions in life. I'm Q.
I'm Joey.
I'm Nick, and today we have a very special guest with us. Most of you might know her as an online personality, but our guest today is also amongst the top 12 of this year's Star Search. Please welcome Amy.
Hi guys.
Yay.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy. I'm currently participating in Star Search. So I'm the top 12 finalist. And I do TikTok, and I used to work at a media company also lah. So yeah.
For people who don't know what Star Search is, can you explain a little bit?
It's basically a competition that MediaCorp holds to kind of find like talents in regards to, I think, acting and as well as hosting this year also. So they're looking for like an all-rounded kind of person to win this competition and kind of join MediaCorp as an artist. It's mostly Mandarin based lah, so.
How's the competition so far? Because I saw her TikTok video, she was saying, 累吗?
累
难吗?
难
想放弃吗?
想
能放弃吗?
不能
It looks quite shag. Like every day got things to do.
When did it start?
August, September, around there.
Wow.
Oh, you first auditioned in
July.
Wow.
That's long eh.
It's like half a year.
The
eh.
whole half year.
But what's your day-to-day like now? Like, what are the things that they keep you busy with?
Okay, to be honest, it was more stressful when it was top 20.
Ah.
There was way more classes. We were, I think, at
Classes?
classes.
Teach you how to act.
Yeah, and like how to speak properly in Mandarin.
你的华语 just now when she speak, I'm like, whoa, I feel like I'm at 天下 again.
What is 天下?
The Chinese tuition.
Wait, I've never heard of Tianxia.
Wait, what?
I thought you were talking about some like heaven hell
Yeah.
situation.
No, 天下 was like the Adam Khoo of Chinese.
Tuition.
You got hear before?
No.
Or like the Kumon but for Chinese.
Yeah, Mandarin always been good since young.
Oh, it's improved tremendously in this competition. But
Wow.
my Mandarin has always been good lah, because my family speaks Chinese at home.
So actually, when are the finals? When will you know if you win or never win?
24th November.
Oh,
live.
that's so
Quite
soon.
soon.
Yeah.
Wait, so from 12 it goes just down to 1?
3. The top 3 will win BYD car each. And then the first person will get a guaranteed MediaCorp contract. Yeah, car.
Wow.
Vroom, vroom.
Hey, hey,
That's right.
wow. Did you hear what he said? Maybe next year I Star Search.
Maybe I go.
He wants the car.
No, can we please send Nick to Star Search? I will watch that.
Later, let's get Amy to like run some lines with you.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
and 马华语.
I'm stressed.
Okay.
I'm stressed.
你这个狐狸精!
Okay, guys, let's not get carried away with today's topic. So basically, we have 3 90s kids and 1 Gen Z here on the couches today. We're going to be discussing the question, is television dead? And what changed from our time until today?
Stressful question for someone who's participating in Star Search.
All attention on you.
Wait, to establish you're Gen Z, right?
Yes.
How old are you this year?
I'm 21 this year. 03.
No, everyone's reaction is always
Shit,
like
man, I
that.
hate this. It's like
21?
Can I just say literally just now, I was on Love 97. Chen Jianbing, right? 老师, he looked at me, he was like, wait, you're 21?
I think it's your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You're
have a very
old soul
mature,
vibe.
yeah. No, a few years back, right, when she started on TikTok, when she first exposed her age, people were just very surprised also. But it's really just your energy. You're very like grounded and mature for your age.
Yeah.
Usually, no one at such a young age would aspire to be like an actress, so like outspokenly, you know, because I think a lot of people are just going through the phase of life, just going through studies. They don't really express their ambitions online as much as you do. Yeah, but hers was very obvious back then.
Television. Let's just test her knowledge a little bit.
Now the 7 o'clock show is what?
No. Let's name some shows and see if she knows. Do you know Police and Thief?
I need the Chinese name. What is this?
No,
Chinese
it's
show lah.
Okay, Chinese, 荷兰村.
Oh, this is Holland V, right?
Yeah.
黄心源
You know Holland V or not?
I barely remember it.
双喜临门, 你懂吗?
Sell nasi lemak one. Holland V
Familiar,
sell
but not so much.
Then the 鱼,
双喜临
美人鱼 is which one?
双喜临门 is sell fish and chips. You know the sell nasi lemak show?
No.
You know the sell fish
陈
and
丽
chips
萍安
show?
陈丽萍安
You know the sell fish ball show?
Hey, you're stressing her out.
我以前看陈丽萍 is the 老师好
Yes, yes.
我们开始上课了。Okay, 那个我知道。
Actually, all the show last time is all sell food. And
I think that's their hobbies.
Her Lan Chun is sell
Nasi
nasi lemak.
Oh.
Then
okay.
Shuang Si Ling Men is sell fish and chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the Tong Xing Yuan is sell fish
Mee
ball.
pok.
Fish ball.
Sorry, I thought mee pok.
Yeah.
Actually, Xiao Liang Rui also a lot of cooking.
Yeah.
We just really love food, I think.
Growing up, did you watch like local television?
小娘惹 is like the one with the heaviest impression. And then there is one where like, I think it's the detective police one. Then they got the boom boom boom. I think it's
Cliff,
Qiyu.
the
I think it's
Ray Enan,
Cliff. But like the first one. With Qiyu.
No, do you remember one? There was one, then Rayan had a twin.
That Rui show was
That
so
one
good.
tripped me up. I didn't know there was a twin, and then they only found out because she was a left-hander.
Yeah.
I remember that scene. I was like, wow.
Okay, wait. I think we are moving away. Yeah. Like,
Anyway,
more
we're
attention on
getting
No,
English,
it's okay, guys. Trying to remember back in the days.
But how in tune are you in terms of what's going on television these days?
Okay, these days, 金色大道 and 密宅. Yeah,
Who's
I've
inside?
been
Who's
watching. Sun Zhen, sorry, I need to keep like promoting, the one person that immediately call on to act with in the future. Yeah, Aiden Seng. Aiden Seng. Sun Zhen.
Aiden, hit her up.
Aiden,
Let's
please.
go. Aiden, lie.
Like she's here. But do you guys still watch television?
Actually, what counts as television now? Anything that is on my television.
Free to air.
Free to
I
air.
feel like
Free to
Netflix
air.
is not television.
Free to air. Free to
So
air.
not streaming. I'll be honest, I watch a lot of. If I do watch MediaCorp show, right, it's either it's already on Netflix or it's on MeWatch. Like I don't 9 p.m. then I must watch because I know it's gonna be on MeWatch. It's gonna be on YouTube.
But those were the good old days, when you run to the television at
It's
9
true.
p.m. to watch the shows.
It's true because we had no other option. If you don't watch it at 9 p.m., there's no
That's it.
re-upload. Your friends can't even tell you the plot properly. They'll miss out all the details.
Yeah. Then last time got like the 5:30 show, the 7 o'clock show, and the 9 o'clock show. The 5:30 show is a rerun of the 9 o'clock show from like last time one. But the 9 o'clock show is the
The 9 o'clock show, it's always like we need to sleep at 10, but I'll say please give me 5 minutes because I want to see the trailer for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh
So I'll be in my pajamas at the door, like just looking at the TV
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
yeah,
what's
yeah.
happening tomorrow, then I can go and sleep.
yeah.
Back in the days, we had to rush back home. 9点了，那个戏要开始了。
Yeah. And especially if you miss it, right? You miss it.
Yeah.
Very hard to record on.
Hey, random but I got offered to act in a local show before.
Which one?
You say,
Crime Watch, is it?
No, I told you before, right? I wanted to be in Crime Watch. So then my friend was a producer for Crime Watch for a while. Then I always want to be the bad guy. But then they always want to cast me as the police.
Sir, yeah.
You have the police face.
You look like the
You do.
sir.
But then I don't
sir,
want.
stop, sir.
I want to be the rob the gold necklace.
I think you
then
cannot.
run
But that one
away.
not enough screen time, You police, you still get to tell me where the
Yeah,
suspect
lah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then after that, like my other producer friends were like, you want to be in Tanglin or not? In some random character. But then the shoot schedule damn intense. Then I cannot. Then after that, when Tanglin finished, then got someone else asked me for Kin. Kin is the after Tanglin one,
You
right?
next year just join Star Search.
Just join Star
Yeah,
Search
just
lah.
join.
But then the schedule damn intense.
You will make it happen for your dream.
But I feel like in my dream, I was always speaking Mandarin, but I cannot speak Mandarin properly. So you know what's Groom My Room or not?
Groom My Room? Is it the one where like Chen Hanwei go and fix the house?
Oh no, that one is 白家乐.
I like Bai
Oh my god,
Jia.
I freaking love 白家乐.
I like
I'm
白家乐
always
also.
rooting for Chen Hanwei. Sorry, Mark.
No, it's
Housekeeping,
very
is
sad
it? Or is it
because
Reno?
then the other house, they must carry the
Hey, it's not
furniture
Chen
out.
Hanwei. It's Mark Lee versus Brian Wong. I was rooting for him every week.
Oh, that was very intense, yeah. I don't know. As a
I was
kid.
very sad because the losing team, they will film the crew carrying the furniture out. Then the family's crying in one corner.
Oh, they don't get to keep if they lose.
They don't. It's very sad.
They make over both houses. There's a winning and losing house. The losing house, they will carry the furniture out. Then the family will stand there and like cry. We don't make TV like this.
They need to bring this back, Like,
I will watch.
wait, a
I will
lot of
watch.
millennials and like Gen Z will be like,
Yeah.
I need to go on this show because like renovation is too
yeah.
expensive.
No, but it's so savage. You just stand there and cry. The crew just empty out your whole house.
Last
now.
time Joey did the kids version on Kids Central. There's this show called Groom My Room with Melody
Melody Chen.
Melody Chen.
Did you win?
No need to win.
No,
Oh, that one free one.
you get a
They-
room makeover.
They renovate your room.
Well, we are really hyping it up, like the past shows.
Yeah.
But then how is consumption now?
The difference now is that as we are older, we have less structure. I think the younger kids still tune in to Octo, they tune in to Channel 5 and Channel 8 with their families because it's very much I'm doing what my parents are doing. And in that time, our parents would turn on the TV because that was the choice of entertainment. But nowadays, with streaming services, if your parents turn on a streaming service, then you will watch that streaming service also. And I think because there's that like choice, right?
Actually, do people in your generation still watch TV?
Actually, Gen Zs, right, especially, the attention span is so short that we rather just watch the snippets on TikTok. You know, they cut and then they have like part 1, part 2, part 3.
Then like some they even condense the 2-hour movie into into a TikTok.
Like a commentary, is it?
Then got the AI voiceover one.
Yes. Or it's a Minecraft like jumping around.
Subway Surfer.
But it's very effective because it's within one app. We're already on this app. So we are just scrolling and you can catch up with a show. You find out the main gist. The filler parts are like the ones that are filtered out, you don't see. And then you basically have watched the whole episode. So what do you think are the pros and cons of this shift happening?
If you know how to market yourself, you really can get a show that's, for example, wasn't that big of a budget, right? You feel like you have no money for marketing. If you can market it yourself on TikTok, people will watch it if you market it well. So you don't need to spend a lot of money on advertising on the bus and streets.
The cons would be like subscription fees lor. The other day I realized that like I pay a lot in subscription fees now. Do you think that now because of changing viewer habits, right, people spend less time with their family?
A little bit actually. I feel like back then my family was more bonded because
You watch the show together, right?
we watched the show together. We were so excited for the finale episode. We will talk about it. Then during the credit scene, I always dance. I don't know why I was always dancing, but yeah,
Dancing to the credit music.
Yeah.
Any show?
any show.
Is there video of this
I
evidence?
don't have
Please
it.
clip
So
in.
last time
My parents never
video not
filmed.
invented yet.
We're not that old, please.
These days, right? I mean, I can admit that I will just go back to my room, close the door, watch my Netflix shows. Even during lunch times, sometimes my dad tapao food, right? Okay, I feel a bit bad. I wouldn't sit in the dining area to eat together because I just want to watch my show alone. Yeah.
Do you all watch the same things as the rest of your family?
No, not really.
Not anymore. Last time I used to watch quite similar.
No, because last time you got no choice.
Yeah,
So
no
everybody
choice,
must
so-
watch this.
True.
Yeah, so now
It's
because of
true.
choice, then it's like you can really hyper focus on like the things
genre
that
that
you
you
really
like,
like,
yeah.
which is more often than not different from what your family members like.
Do you monitor all these like dramas and shows so that you are more knowledgeable with regards to the industry?
Yeah, I do keep up with because I personally follow a few MediaCorp artists. So whenever they're in like their new shows, they will promote, and then I'll be like, okay, let me check out what this show is about. And because I know a few people who does acting also, right? So they will be in the show, and I'll be like, okay, I'll watch it, to support them as well as know the storyline. Because I know that MediaCorp recently has also tried to expand more into like crazier stuff. Because last time a lot of restriction, right? But they started this drama. I think it's called what, Unforgivable.
It sounds a bit familiar.
It's like about crimes, and then the crimes are like disgusting. Like it's like crazy crime, like trafficking. And like threats, and it's like R21 or M18, I think.
Oh wow.
It's crazy.
I love that because last time kiss also like cannot show full kiss.
And then they killed like they actually killed her on screen. Like, and then they show her dead body.
Oh.
Like I was like, oh my god, this is next level.
But it's not on free to air lah. It's
The
on-
less censored version I think is on free to air.
Oh, got different versions.
Yeah, because they only play the more intense one on MeWatch.
Right.
I have a question. Do you have people you look up to?
Jeanette O was my idol.
She's very good at selling the nasi lemak.
Mine is from Xiaonyang.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of Xiaonyang, right? Because just now we were all mentioning about how people don't really pay attention to the media scene in Singapore anymore. But then I think y'all know the Emerald Hill is coming out.
Yeah.
I think that one got people's attention a little bit because Xiaonyang was iconic. People knowing that it's a sequel, they are quite excited about it lah. It's just those iconic shows that will get people's attention.
But Xiaonyang was really such like high production quality. Like everything, it was like the cast was damn solid. Like so everybody, like acting was really good. The set design, art direction was very good. The like directing was good, script was good, storyline was tight. So I think that's why people were really so like into it. Question part.
Wow, why is this pot so deep? Is water wet?
Is water wet?
Yeah. From a scientific point of view, yes, water is wet.
From a non-scientific point of
From a
view.
non-scientific point of view, can it be wet?
It's wet lah.
It's
You
a
touch the
medium.
water wet or not?
But if you're in the water,
No, if you touch the water, you are wet.
Yeah. But is the water wet? You are wet, not the water. The water is the
wet?
medium.
Like you won't touch a swimming pool and say, hey, wet.
Exactly.
But you go inside
but
the
you
pool.
get wet
You
from
won't
the
put your
pool.
hand inside a toilet bowl and wet.
The thing that makes the person wet is not necessarily wet.
interstellar vibes. What is a word you can't spell or would always misspell?
Last time I couldn't spell maintenance. I don't know why. Always got the red line.
Oh my god, I know which word I cannot spell. What? Diarrhea.
What?
I always don't know
What's your
like
favorite? Eh?
You don't need to spell, you just need to make
DIAR
H-O-E-A.
See, I cannot.
Oh, I love spelling the word diarrhea. And then, as in, okay, I'm not passionate about it.
You lao sai ah?
If you could ban one trend forever, what would it be? Hey, I think the upper sound is very annoying.
It's over already, what? Ignore the music trends, right? But then is there like a recent trend that you hate?
I know you want to say la boo boo, say it.
Oh, but yeah la boo boo a bit irritating, but it's a bit harmless to me. But it's like it doesn't really bother or annoy me lah.
But do you think it's cute?
No, I don't lah.
Would you rather only be able to walk backwards or have to hop everywhere you go?
Walk backwards is ridiculous.
Walk backwards lah.
Sometimes I see like the older people at the parks, then they keep walking backwards.
Imagine you carrying soup, then you need to hop. Oh, you go when you go mala, take the sauce, you need to hop back. I cannot. I rather walk backwards.
Okay, Amy,
yes.
I got a question.
Okay.
Is there a specific genre that you're very interested to act in? Like murder, horror,
Actually, I can
love,
imagine you as a
romance.
scream queen.
A lot of character I want to try. I don't want to try the normal one. Normal a bit boring.
Would you rather be good or bad?
I'd rather be bad.
Right? No, I feel like she can play the evil person like super well.
Okay, if you guys watch episode 3 of Star Search, I got act.
I
like
saw
a
that
very
scene.
mean-
I was like, whoa.
Is it the one you scream at the guy's face?
It was the improv one, is it?
Yeah, the improv one. The one where I'm wearing like an orange dress.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
so
I
good.
gotta act like a very rich girl who like, I'm just like a bully.
I actually got that vibe.
I have that face.
Can.
Unfortunately, guys.
Embrace it.
I'll embrace it. You know, Star Wars got what? Best villain now. So,
Make that your life
yeah.
So people usually think that there's no future for aspiring actresses or actors in Singapore. What do you feel about that?
I honestly, as someone who does advertising and marketing last time, right, I genuinely think that marketing is a very important thing. Like, as long as you market well, the show will be popular with local audiences as well. And I think that the local industry also is not a bad start also. As in, there's a lot of opportunities in Singapore. Considering that we are a very small country, we have like a very small population of people who is in the media industry. I think we have a very strong, how do you say that, support.
After going through the trainings and all that, right? Has there been anything interesting that you have realized? Like, tell us a bit about like the behind the scenes culture, what it's like.
Insider info.
This is the most tiring 3 months of my life. I can
Is
tell you that.
it?
Yeah, when we were training for top 20, right, our schedule was basically like 8 a.m. to like 12 a.m. Yeah. The reason the timing was so like long is because there's 20 people to do makeup there's 20 people to do interviews and stuff. So there's a lot of waiting. It's like army, you know, you wait and then
Right.
yeah. But now that it's top 12, it's less intense also. I discovered that I can host.
Wow.
In Chinese. It's a very scary realization. Yeah.
Why is it scary to you?
It's scary because, damn it, that means I have to work on this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, like rather than like, I'm
Like, I
terrible
suck
at it.
it.
Like,
Never
no
mind,
need-
only try already. Then it's like, oh my god, I can actually do it. Then
She recognizes it and then she cannot avoid it anymore.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
the unavoidable.
Because if not, you're not fulfilling your potential.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. You mentioned about like trainings and like lessons, right? What kind of lessons do y'all?
We
part in?
had lessons on basically to first get to know about our standard of Mandarin lah. So kind of like everyone give a presentation, like introduce yourself, kind of talk. And then afterwards, it's a lot of kind of getting your confidence in speaking, because when you get used to speaking in front of people and in front of the camera. And then also acting classes to learn improv.
So actually, what's the biggest challenge for new actors like you to come into the industry?
Being able to put yourself out there. That is the toughest thing. I think if you grow up with family that's not really very artsy, focused on the arts, right? You're kind of like, who the hell acts in front of like 10 people in front of a green screen, etc. You need to dare to put yourself forward lah. Because you know when you grow in an environment like that, you're kind of like, doing this is like scary, it's awkward, it's embarrassing, but really it's not. Like it's just part and parcel of the beginning of maybe a future career that you're gonna really love. Yeah, I think that's very important.
Actually, do you think that it's easier or harder to be an actor/actress in the past or now? Now harder.
Now it's easier.
Now it's easier. Okay.
Last time was harder. Now with social media and everything, you can kind of build a portfolio. You get to know people. You get to kind of find people who have similar interests in you to act with, to kind of produce your own script and etc. to kind of explore what you're good at. And I think that lets also a lot of local directors and producers to kind of recognize you and what you can do. Last time it's kind of you got to queue up 100 people, fight with 100 people at the studio, etc. But now there's social media to kind of grow your skill and let people see you, I think.
True, and at any point in time, like technically your TikTok is a show reel.
Yeah.
And then you just grow up like, oh, she's actually pretty good as
Quite
a...
expressive.
Yeah.
I can do this character.
But it shows multi-dimensions.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're used to playing as a certain character, but on TikTok is where you can explore and they're like, oh, actually you never saw this side before. We kind of like it. And then they...
Was there a trigger or catalyst, right? Like a single moment that made you like, okay, I want to go and try and do Star Search?
I think one of the reason is my regret for not joining for 2019.
Oh.
And then 2024, I was actually joking with my colleagues and friends. I was like, guys, if got Star Search, I can go join. If not, I'm gonna go overseas and like study acting or whatever. This Star Search really came. Then everyone was like, you said it, so you have to do.
You manifested it.
Yeah, I manifested it.
2019 you wanted to do Star Search already.
How old were you?
16.
Is it legal to join at 16?
Cannot. It was 17 and I was taking O-levels. Genuinely could not join. I was like doing O-levels or prelims when they were filming the finals.
Do you think your 16-year-old self expected it to be this intense?
No I think 16-year-old me was actually braver. She had like, I would say no experience, nothing to fear. But I think my fear now is people kind of know me for what I do online. There's like a certain pressure also lah. Yeah.
Do you also feel pressured to be ready to have it switched on at any moment?
Have to, man. I think it's part of the job. Yeah, you just gotta like, something has to snap you into that mood.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just a deep breath and like you just gotta switch into that working mood.
I think in the past, right, to be an actor or actress, you need to be really good at acting or like acting, right? If not, you won't get the opportunity.
Yeah.
But then now I think there is this perception that, oh, if I have a big online following, I will get cast in some like local movie because like the director will want to cast me for my following rather than me actually being good at acting.
And people might see that actually you're not a great actor. You're just there for the
You got like
viewership.
500,000
As
followers.
in, you're just
on
being leveraged for your
your
fame.
following. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
To me is if you can do it, you can. Like, I mean, everyone knows Addison Rae, right? From her TikTok days and stuff. She has a following, but then she also managed to market herself well as like, now she's a musician, I think. She's making like crazy viral TikTok music. Following does help her because it gets her connections and she gets to be well known. But also she must have the talent and the hard work put in also lah.
100%.
Yeah.
She was made fun of for a really long time.
Yeah,
online.
she was. I kept seeing people cyberbully her.
Yeah.
She was just like a 17-year-old girl at that time starting TikTok. Yeah, but now she's, she made it through that and established herself as an artist. I think you just gotta let time prove itself.
Yeah.
There will be stereotypes. I mean, there's stereotypes in every single job.
And if anything, right, I feel like it's good that people leverage on their following to get themselves out there. They worked for it, what?
At the end of the day, your following might get like a foot in the door. But if you really want to stay in the space, you need to hone your craft lah. So
100%.
the influencers who are still acting after like many gigs, right? That means that they must be doing something right, or they must actually be good at what they are doing ma. Yeah, rather than those that act once, then like the director like, wow, I really cannot. Then there are so many other influencers who I can cast.
So people usually feel like local talents wouldn't be able to make it out outside of Singapore. What do you feel about that?
I think we are looking down on ourselves. I love this phrase, sinky pon sinky, is it?
Oh,
Yeah, sinky pon sinky.
Singaporean like hate on Singapore.
Yeah.
I thought you can be a gold Olympian like Joseph Schooling, everything. People will still hate on you. You can never satisfy
Yeah.
Singaporeans. You just gotta work for it. I mean, we've seen King Hua
Yes.
and Yeo Ying Lao Shi. She also made it to overseas Hollywood, also to act in Hollywood. Sun Zhen, is acting in China right now. I think there is opportunities. There is a chance for you to make it out to the international stage one day, depending on which market you want to expand into. I think as long as you work for it, you try for it, you have the guts to go for it. There's a chance.
But do you feel like you need to move to a specific country in order to get your name out there?
It depends. If the agency can get you a role that's already, there, then obviously you have to move for the shoot. But if you have nobody, you're just on your own, then I think if you really want to go to a certain market, you have to move overseas. Yeah.
And you're open to it lah.
I am open to it. I did consider going to China to study acting as well.
Oh.
Yeah. If I go there and then nothing happens, I come back, I feel like nothing would damage me. I feel like
Nothing will damage
I come
you.
back and then they will scold me and everything. I'll be like, I've
Been through worse.
I've been through worse lah. So
Yeah.
Actually, for Amy, have you thought about life after Star Search and adapting to that new normal? Because now, after being a celebrity, right?
this
such
level,
at such a level, because this is broadcasted to the whole of Singapore, right? So even when the cameras are not there, you are still being perceived. How have you dealt with that?
I think I had to deal with this since I was 17 or 18 because of TikTok. And then Circuit Breaker is everyone first time go out after so long. But after this is really next level. I don't dare to go out without makeup already.
Oh,
Is
really?
it?
Very scary.
Just wear a cap.
Yeah, I wear a cap, then wear
Wear
a
mask
mask or something.
But in the past, you wouldn't care as much.
In the past, I wouldn't care as much. But then I feel like I cannot be at 100% at all time, I want to eat mala. I cannot be wearing like this with
Correct.
makeup and everything. I just want to eat mala just with a cap.
Even eating mala with a cap or hot pot with a cap, I'm like, the steam's going to get trapped on my forehead. I want it to fly past my head,
But with regards to comments, right, have you received any negative comments because of you pursuing this with Star Search, for example?
Honestly, not so much because my genre has always been Chinese and acting. And so when I did announce that I was going to Star Search, a lot of people weren't that surprised because it's like an expected route for me to take. Yeah,
Your community is so supportive.
I'm
So
very shocked.
supportive.
Yeah.
I'm very shocked.
On
I'm
all the Star Search clips, right? They're always go Amy, go Amy. Sometimes she's not even there.
Hey, I really want a Hong Xing Da Jiang.
We make for you.
Hot pot can enter or not?
Cannot lah. This one, you try to speak in Mandarin first ah.
You do one episode on Mandarin.
大家好，我们是倒给。What is 倒给 in
我
Chinese?
们是豆芽。
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Hey, can you test his improv with him and make him do Chinese?
You host a radio show.
Okay.
And Joey is your guest. She
Okay.
is a local singer, songwriter. And then you both need to banter for a bit. Okay, ready?
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
欢迎观众朋友们回来到我们的哈哈
欢迎
918，我是你的主持人 Amy。
啊，我是 Nick。
然后今天在我们的那个广播室呢，一个非常特别的嘉宾啊，他就是我们本地呢现在最火、最火的，火到了美国，火到了中国，对，很火，火到现在，他已经出现在我们的那个录影棚了。我们来欢迎，
要发烧了，火到要发烧了。
我们来欢迎 Joey
啊，欢迎欢迎
Joey。
为什么你这样红啊？你的歌是新的哈。
Okay, I think that's a no lah.
I will listen to your radio show.
Oh, thank you.
I go for tuition first.
You go 天下.
要我找，
天下
要过天下。
So, do y'all think that broadcast will ever die?
I think radio will never die. Just because everyone's commuting in the morning. Even these days, if you meet a millennial or a Gen Z who's driving a car, right, they'll be turning on a radio station.
It's very functional also ma. Like TV, especially free to air, and then radio, disseminating emergency information. Tell you
Weather.
Got SCDF warning, weather, traffic. It's kind of essential information that you don't even need to go and search for. It's being served to you.
Also, I think we overlook the fact that radio actually keeps a lot of people company.
It's like people listening to podcasts because it feels familiar and you're listening to a bunch of friends, right?
I actually feel like broadcast won't die because nowadays I see a lot of people complain about how expensive streaming is.
Oh,
It's ridiculous how expensive everything is, and then you have to buy 5, 6 different streaming channels.
Yeah.
At some point, everything's just gonna go back to broadcast.
Streaming subscriptions are luxury and a privilege.
Yeah.
I was looking, I'm like, I have 5 different ones.
At one point in the future, we're gonna be paying $100 a month for streaming when it could be broadcast free to air. with just commercial breaks and stuff in between. I feel like we'll come back one day. Have faith.
Once Amy wins Star Search, broadcast will be back.
Wow, the
The pressure is
it's back, baby.
Yeah, you're looking at the face of local television.
Number 12.
So actually, Amy, right, how do you wish to see the industry grow in the future?
I really hope we start doing more crazier storylines, because I feel like a lot of storyline previously was on like HDB, daily lives, drama and stuff.
You want like Black Mirror, that kind?
Yeah, I want like Black Mirror or like Penthouse. You know, like the Ken drama. Like Penthouse, like it's so crazy that you're like, Singapore can film this kind of thing.
Or like a revenge. Actually, I wish we have more reality series also.
oh, that's true.
Like competitions, like cooking competitions.
But I think reality shows, right, would always backfire. Especially if it's romance related, because people will always find Singaporeans cringe.
Singaporeans always find Singaporeans cringe.
Yeah, no, but I think if it's a cooking or physical show, right,
Yeah.
like Physical 100,
Yeah,
then
Singapore
people
Physical
would,
100.
people would like it. I
Yeah.
think because it's showing a different side of people. But then when
Exactly.
it's like relationships, love, people confirm judge. They'll
Yeah.
confirm hate one.
No, it needs to be skill based.
Skill-based. Cannot be like
Skill-based.
interpersonal. So of course, a quick disclaimer as well that changes in the media and entertainment industry are inevitable, and we always have to be versatile and adaptable.
Yes, and of course, keep supporting what you love. Just don't yuck someone else's yum.
Yeah lah, let people like what they like.
Correct.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of The Hot Pot. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Me Listen.
And subscribe to us if you haven't already.
And special thanks as well to Amy for joining us today. All the best.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Okay, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye.
This episode coming out after the finals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully 没有打脸, you know.
We can do an alternate ending.
Oh.
One is like as if you won already.
Okay.
Then one is
Okay.
congrats for winning.
And then we do one more where you win your golden horse already. Congrats on your Jing Ma Jia!
Wow. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
It's so heavy.
Need one more for Oscar?
No, no, no.
Okay.